What's up, you guys? Today is February 27, 2024, day 17 of my peptide therapy with Merrick Health. If I'm being honest, my joints feel about the same. Some days are better than others, but that's normal whether I'm on peptides or not. Okay, so yeah, just being honest. Going forward, today I'm a little tired. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to be working on the Renegade row with Dumbbell Renegade row. I'm just going to be sharing you some of my insights on how I like to do this exercise, okay? Right, so let's jump right in. This is one of the few free weight exercises that challenges and strengthens anti-rotation and, to a degree, rotation on the transverse plane. So transverse plane is any movement that occurs here in this plane, okay? So all right, so the way I like to warm up for it is I'll just drop one knee and then remove. So if I lower my right knee, I take my left hand off. And this creates what I'll call loosely a diagonal plank. The objective is to keep my hip bones square or equidistant to the ground, and to keep my shoulders stacked over the wrist. If that goes well, I go over to my bad wrist and my bad toe, and same thing, I just sag the knee, shift over to the left, and I just need to be able to hold this diagonal plank so the integrity is going from this shoulder into this hip. All right, and then right here, opposite shoulder, opposite hip, all that stuff, right? So just making sure that I'm establishing this line, this diagonal line of integrity. And just doing this, it's waking up the obliques, right? Because, just a quick explanation, if I were to take that stance upright, and if I've got myself posted on one arm, it's trying to push the force. If I'm here, my shoulder's getting, well, let's show this side. My shoulder's being pushed back, so my obliques have to counter that. Okay, so anytime I'm posted on one arm, there's the force that's being exerted into me is trying to push this shoulder back, which is trying to rotate my rib cage back. The obliques, their job is to, boom, stack that rib cage back over the hip. So that's how the anti-rotational capacity of this exercise can be practiced. Okay, so once I sag my right knee, I post my weight over to my right arm. Now I'm not going to be so concerned about keeping my hip square. I'm actually going to start to push with my left leg and kind of coil some tension into the fascia of my rhomboids, my lats, and my lumbar fascia, so that I can use that fascia or the movement of my body to drag the weight here. Okay? I've never actually done this exercise and tried to explain what I'm doing at the same time, so I apologize if my explanations are a little bit sketchy. Okay, so now to lift the right dumbbell, I'm going to just sag the left knee, stack my left shoulder over my left wrist. I'm pushing down with my right leg, slightly rotating my body to stretch the fascia in my back, and I'm going to use the fascia to lift this off the ground. And then on the way back, I'm also stretching. You might be able to see better on this side. Sag the knee. I get real tight in this left leg. I use the left leg to elevate my hip so that when I turn the hip, I'm stretching the fascia in my back, and I'm using that stretch to bring the bell off the ground. And also, as I'm lowering the bell, I'm eccentrically stretching that back and lat fascia again. One more time here. Gonna sag this. You can even take this off the ground if we want to and get that same effect done. I'm really focused on a strong diagonal line of stability from, in this case, my right shoulder into my left hip, or I like to think of it as my left big toe. And being able to, all right, so like I said, I'm going to do my best to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I've only been doing this on YouTube for about a month and a half, and I've been doing these for years, but to actually put into words what I'm doing as I'm doing it, I'm still learning how, so I appreciate your understanding. Okay, so that was 20 pounds. Unfortunately, I don't have 30-pound dumbbells that look like this. I could use power blocks, but that would get confusing. So let's just jump into 40-pound dumbbells then. If anyone watching this wants to sponsor me some 30-pound dumbbells, I promise I'll shout you out a lot, because I use those a lot and I never have them. Okay. But begging for free gear aside, let's take a look at what 40-pound dumbbells look like. All right. And today I'm just doing this more to connect. This, to me, it looks like an arm exercise. If I'm feeling my arms getting tired, then in my opinion, I'm doing these wrong. I have to feel like I'm dragging these weights with my rib cage. And it, although it looks like a rotation, it kind of is and it kind of isn't, but let's just get into it. All right, so once again, I'm gonna drop this knee, or if I wanna lift the leg off the ground, because lifting this leg off the ground really demands that the base that I create here is very strict, and then I'm not just rolling my body weight to get this off the ground. Then here I sag this, I get into a kind of a very, almost like a single arm hollow body. This now so, like most of my exercises, I am not concerned with doing reps. I'm concerned with doing a version of an exercise that demands as much of my entire body as possible. I'm not a big fan of doing isolated or dedicated abdominal or core exercises. I don't believe in those personally. I like to just find, no matter what I'm doing, try to find a way to involve my toes, my feet and my calves, and my core, with emphasis on the lateral aspect of the core, the obliques, and in other cases, even my neck and my jaw. I try to build those into everything I do, so I don't have to worry about working them on a separate workout, or I just don't like to do that kind of training. Okay, let's go one more time. So let's sag this right knee. Okay, then from here, I'm gonna stack up hard on my right arm. I'm gonna now lean, I'm twisting, but I'm trying to tighten the fascia. I'm also gonna drag the bell till it's equalized with the pull of gravity, and then only at the top do I feel the involvement of the arm. and then I slowly bring that back to where it came from. I'm gonna shift that to there. All right, now stacking up hard on the left side. Gonna equalize this with a pull of gravity, and then I struggle more on this side because my left wrist, it's a little bone on bone, so I have to find where I can stack myself without aggravating that. And also I have a little trouble extending my big toe because I've broken it a bunch of times. But the body's very adaptable. And I've learned I can find positions of stability even amongst some of those defects. Okay, let's go one more time. Make sure that my bells are placed properly. Okay. Little variation here. I'm now using my glute to extend my leg back. I'm going to stack up hard over the right wrist and ooh. Okay. Ooh. Let's see if Billy's right big toe wants to play ball in this one. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that's hard. There we go. All right. Surprising. Okay. Just a little bit of a stretch. Yesterday I was really chatty. Today I'm not as much so. But I hope you're getting the basic concepts. Because a Renegade row is great, but I've always found that emphasizing the diagonal relationship, the contralateral aspect of this, is it compounds the goodness of this exercise. I also like that this is something, like you ever have to, like a stubborn door, you have to brace your arm against the door frame as you pull. You can't just pull on a stubborn door. If you don't brace against it and you just pull, all you're gonna do is pull yourself into the door. But if you can do this and go, ugh, how many times in life do you have to hold down something as you pull up hard on with the other arm? This is super, super functional. So, okay, let's see if we can go one more time. All right. All right, one more time. So, just to emphasize this, as I'm moving the bell, it feels like a body, like I'm dragging, like if you were to grab somebody and pull them like this with your body, this torso rotation anchoring off whatever leg is on the ground. That's what I'm using. I'm not in a push-ups position. I'm not in a push-ups position pulling with my arm. Yeah, it is a full body contralateral expression. Okay, I brought them out, so we might as well use them. 50 pounds. Oh, I love these guys. Good old-fashioned cast iron dumbbells. Okay, here we go. Stretch. Oh. Oh. I think I'm done. Yeah. Days where I'm a little tired. I feel like my connection to those repetitions was as deep as I could go. I feel like the neurological pathways that I reestablished are sufficiently reestablished, and I feel I have enough in the tank to enjoy my family and also do the things I need to do before I turn into bed tonight. And I have enough in the tank to recover and hang out with you guys again tomorrow. So if you're still here, thank you. I'm deeply grateful for you watching. I hope this is in some way helpful, and much aloha to you.